now we're fishing, everybody, and today we are going to go fish the same spot we've been fishing the past few videos, but we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to be using the Keriyu rod, but I kind of had a, not necessarily a spark of inspiration, but I had an idea for a fly that I wanted to try, and I made a couple. I made 4 to be precise. 2 of them are pretty much the same thing in case I lose one, but I want to see how they do. I'll show you the fly when we get to the spot because I'm driving, obviously. I'm not going to use both hands to drive. I mean, both hands not to drive. You should always use both hands when you drive, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go there. We're going to do probably a drop shot rig with these. That's kind of what I intended them to work as. They might be heavy enough to work just as they are, which I don't know yet. If that is the case, we're gonna try that. I'm also gonna try to do a legit drop shot rig where you do the whole like drop shot thing where it's tied directly on the line. I don't really know the knot for that, so I'm gonna have to YouTube it so you guys can enjoy seeing the outcomes of that. You won't see me trying and struggling, but you'll see the outcome. But yeah, so we're gonna do that, and we're gonna see if that changes anything, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna give this fly a try, and hopefully we get some fish, and I'll meet you guys at the water. All right, guys, these are the flies I was thinking about making that I made. So these are made with glass beads that you can buy at Walmart for like $1.87 a pack or $2 a pack, and you get like 500 of them. But the only thing is they're hard to get on the hook, but once you get them on, I just decided to stack them on, and then I just tie a little bit of black thread to hold it in place, and then on this one I used white thread. Now I could have matched these with red, but I was being lazy. Same thing with the purple one with the pink head. So I'm gonna give these a try. I think the one I want to start with is the solid red one first, and then I want to try the red with the black head, but I want to try this one first, and that's basically it. So we're gonna get this stuff rigged up. I did realize once I got here that I forgot my vest, which has all my tippet and my other lines and all my other stuff. So all I have on me is 12-pound fluorocarbon. I think I still have some split shot. If not, this is going to be even more interesting. I do have that cheaper K-fish rod that we bought at one point that I might use because it already has some lighter line. I don't know yet. I might still start with the Keriyu rod, but if not, this might be what we switch to, and I might actually have a spool already of the Keriyu rod that we used last time in here, so I'm gonna check that. But anyway, I'm gonna get this rigged up, and we're gonna try to catch some fish, and you know, hopefully we can. I see stuff swimming on the edges, so we should have some pretty good luck. So yeah, I'm gonna get rigged up and let's get going. Let's get started. All right, guys, we got it tied. We got our split shot, and then about a few inches up, we have our worm. I don't know how good that's gonna hold, but we'll see. It seems to be holding pretty good, but like I said, first time tying that knot, and I don't think I did enough wraps. This is really short because I didn't do the tag end long enough. I wasn't really thinking, but it should work pretty good. So let's give it a try. I do like the fact that it stands straight out, which is what I wanted. So we're gonna start with this red one first. And of course we're gonna get snagged on a branch first. And let's see if we get any fish with this. Y'all see that fish jumping out the water over there? Maybe I'll try it without the jig head, without the weight. We're gonna keep fishing it for a few more minutes like this to see if it's just, you know, I think I'm just fishing it too deep, to be honest. Alright guys, we're gonna try this more minnow pattern one. It's got a silver head and then clear beads for the body, and then it's got some flash off the back. And I'm gonna fish it like a regular like jig instead of having a drop shot on it, and see if maybe these flies present better that way, because it seems like the drop shot, it's not working too well. I don't know if it's just because the way it's weighted or what. Well, we're gonna try this and just do a slower sink of it, see how this goes. We got something, so that's already better. It's not very big. But that's not bad for the first one. Ooh, the water temps have dropped. I can feel it on him, he's cold. Little bluegill, not bad for our first one of the day, you know. Very little guy, but you know, it's a start. Oof, I really got to find a way to release him better. The water is so low here. I've never seen it this low. Granted, I've only been here a few times, so it makes sense, but it's not quite as heavy as a normal jig, but it does have bit of weight to it. It looks pretty good in the water. What if I can cast it? No. Well, hopefully I don't just lose it now. Just snag in a tree. I shouldn't have tried that. Yep, we're gonna lose it. Great. Yep. Just freaking great. May have to retie everything. All right, guys, I'll be back. Give me a minute. Since we're already experimenting, I went ahead and tied it on beneath the float on the other rod we have, and I figured we'd give it a try to see how it does with that, since we already caught one using it as a straight jig, and let's see how it does underneath the float on this lighter rod, which hopefully whatever that big fish is I've seen swimming around doesn't eat this, because I don't think it'll be able to handle it. I want to see if it's heavy enough to pull the float straight down. No, it is not. So a split shot would be needed then. Either that or this float's misbehaving, one of the two. No, the float looks fine, a little tangled. Other than that, it's fine. Let's try fishing a little bit deeper, maybe that's the problem. Let's see how it does. Just letting it dead sink. Alright guys, we were going to try the red one with the multicolored head. We're going to try that one next, and we're trying this also like a jig head. Hopefully we don't lose it this time. And we're going to see if it was really the jig head or if it was a change in color. Because if it was a change in color, we'll know pretty quick, because this is being fished the same way, but a different color. We got something. Doesn't look like a... Oh! That looked like a spot. We're back in this tree. I can see our flies all tangled up. Hopefully we can get it out this time. There we go. It looked like a spot there, guys. I'm not sure. Looked like another spot croaker. Alright guys, we switched to the purple one. I wonder if it's because it's a darker water. If a darker color would work better than the red. We did get one bite on the red one. If we don't get anything in a few minutes on this, because we are running out of daylight, I will switch to probably a little jig head. And we'll do a little vertical jigging with the Keriyu rod with a jig head. All right, we're gonna go ahead and change tactics now. We're gonna try this. I think if that was a spot, this might get a similar attraction because it's similar color and more action. I do have an idea for these crappie tubes. I want to try them on a drop shot, on an unweighted hook, so they're vertical jigging and you can vertical jig these. I do want to try that as well. Probably not right now, but that is something on my list. So we're gonna go ahead and give this a try. I also want to try some of these too. I tried them in a previous video. I don't know if I've put that on screen yet or not because that trip sucked. But yeah, we're gonna try this and see if we can see if that was indeed a spot. I think this color might get them going because it's similar. Let's just hope we can get this out there. It's my first time fishing a jig head on this. It feels very similar to a cane pole, so it should be, you know, it's just a little bit softer in the flex. And I'm not really worried about anything being too big on this rod. Because this is the rod that I caught that nice size bowfin on, so. With 12-pound test and this, we should be pretty equipped for anything out here. I am getting lots of nibbles. I kept hearing something in the woods, guys. We do have us our first little victim here. It would appear to be a little bluegill. We're gonna let him go as well. We're gonna get this back out there. If y'all didn't know, this is probably one of my favorite ways to fish is with these artificial jigs, soft plastics. Besides, like, you know, using a fly. Okay, guys, we're switching to a salt and pepper grub. Y'all know it's one of my favorite colors. Maybe y'all don't, I don't know. But I do like salt and pepper, and I do like clear. I always have good luck with them. We're gonna try it on this. There we go, guys. Little, is this mud sunfish? Little old warmouth. Something. Little old guy. Little old dude. He was just hanging out. He bit my tag first, and then he came for that. So, feisty little fella, ain't he? I'm gonna try to fish this edge a bit without. For those of you who don't know anything about this rod, I bought it on $20 on Amazon as a survival review rod. You know, as like a survival kit. If you want to watch that video, I'll put it in the pin in the top. That was when I first used it. It worked good. Little guy. Same species, little warmouth. Could be the same one for all I know. But something bigger did hit my rod. That's why I was going with this. And I saw it swim and grab, but it missed the hook. So if we do catch a really big fish on this, I have no idea what this rod's capable of. I've never hooked anything sizable on it. It's like even a 1 pound bass might be a little ridiculous on this rod. Just because of what it is. Alright guys, hopefully you can see me. If not, then there won't be an outro on this video. It'll just be, you know, another title. But if you can see me, you'll get to see this. So the trip went all right. It didn't quite go the way I wanted. I think the idea is better with the little bit of flash off the back, because that got hit instantly. Now, we could change that out for a little bit of marabou on the red ones, and that probably would have made it a lot better. It would have gave it a little bit of action, because that's what's missing. It has a great color, but there's not enough action, so that it just sinks, rise, sink, rise. It doesn't have any, like, it just goes up and sinks, goes up and sinks. There's no flowiness to it, but it looks good. So it's like, you know, and we did get a bite on, we got a bite on all of them except for all of them but the solid. No, we got a bite on the solid. We got a bite on all of them. We just didn't catch anything on all of them. So, you know, it is what it is, but it was a learning experience, and now we can go back, add some marabou to the tail of that, and maybe some different color flash, and yeah, that'll definitely be nice. The silver one definitely worked, because that was, as soon as it hit the water, I did 2 little thump thump, and it got hooked. And then y'all saw, like, I tried to cast it like a Tenkara rod, and it just fell in the water, so, or in the tree. But yeah. So if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one. So in the meantime, take it easy.